What was your senior night like?
My senior night, we wrestled Shorecrest. I think that was like the day I got my cast off. Yeah. This is
Can I have some more wise words from Kim Stewart, our activities director?
Out tonight. We hope it'll work and be beneficial to everybody. I want to remind everybody we are in a theater. There is no food or drink allowed in the theater unless it is water only. That's why our concession stand is not open tonight. Remember, tonight is a normal school function. All school rules apply, especially in the Edmonds School District. And be loud, be proud, be positive as always. So let's meet the two teams for this historic event here in the Terrace Theater. And before that, I do want to thank our outgoing theater manager, Mr. Orduna, and our new one, Mr. Blaisdell, who helped us set all this up tonight. If you could give them a nice round of applause. And also want to thank HBN and Mr. Como for our scoreboard on the right there. So we're all kind of just muddling through this as we go. But here we go. Let's meet the starting wrestlers for tonight. First, for Meadowdale, as announced by Coach Brian Boardman, 106, Eric Gonzalez. For the Hawks, there'll be a forfeit tonight at 106. At 113, for Meadowdale, Jinho Lee. And now for the Hawks, as announced by their head coach, Grant Thompson, at 113, Ivan Moulton. At 120, Meadowdale has a forfeit. And at 120 for the Hawks, Pedro Lopez.
That forfeit
At 126
for Meadowdale.
For Meadowdale, Nathan Lee. And at 126 for the Hawks, Jackson Moody. At 132 for Meadowdale, Caleb Berry. And for the Hawks at 132, Michael Marquez. At 138 for the Mavericks, Aria Zari. And at 138 for the Hawks, Mutasa Abasara. At 145 for Meadowdale, Elias Lynch. And for the Hawks, Connor Lefsky. At 152 for the Hawks, for Meadowdale, Cyrus Marshall. And for the Hawks, Musa Traor.
So are you on 160?
Yeah.
160 is going to be Elias Lynch.
I hate it when my coach does this. So, and is he going anywhere?
No, he's nothing.
And is there a wrestler here?
What is that one?
120?
120 is going to be Vitali.
So again, just to correct that earlier statement, for varsity for the Meadowdale Mavericks, wrestling at 120 will actually be Vitaly Nesterchuk. Sorry for the confusion. Right now we're getting some things getting rolling before we announce the rest of the wrestlers. So stand by and hope you guys enjoy.
By the way, have you noticed anything about the appearance of the Mountlake Terrace wrestling team?
I do see they're a little more uniform, if you know what I'm saying. What do you know? What's happening here?
Well, there's a new rule that you're allowed to wear fight shorts and rash guards. So instead of just a singlet, so you now have the option of either wearing a two-piece or just a singlet. So I think
While wrestling?
While wrestling.
I didn't really.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. So you can you can wear your fight shorts as you wrestle.
Yes, only with the rash guard. You can't wear if you're wearing a singlet. You can't wear the shorts
I
over.
see. I see. So they could walk out right now and wrestle with just in the rash guards and the fight shorts.
That's correct.
And that's just changed.
That changed this year.
Awesome. All right. Well, some more words from Kim Stewart.
All right. Instead of going all the way back, let's catch up a little bit here and make sure we got the rest of this right. At 160, for the Mavericks, Elias Lynch. And for the Hawks, Pavel Olivereski. At 170, for Meadowdale is a forfeit. And for the Hawks, at 170, Ryan Dunn. At 182, for the Mavericks, Liam Ball. And for the Hawks, Andre Seabrook. At 195, for Meadowdale, Gabe Marshall. For the Hawks, Rainey Mack. 195. At 220 for Meadowdale, Tyler Paul. And at 220 for the Hawks, Theo Armentrout. And rounding us out tonight at 285 for Meadowdale, Alexander Kruger. And for the Hawks, Michael Fu. At this time, if you would please rise, remove your hats for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Mountlake Terrace Hawks trying to extend a warm welcome to for the opposing team.
I think we got it right here.
Yeah.
Right now we're doing the captain's meeting, figure out who gets decision first.
So,
and
So
odds
Jim,
and
why did they
evens.
do that?
Well, John, why don't you tell me?
All right, so they choose during the second round, which team gets to do the choice of top, bottom, neutral, or defer. Deferring means they get to choose in the third round.
And by second and alternating, you mean like each weight differs, right? So
Yeah.
if we start with 130, 126, then they have the option for 138, 152, 170, and so on. Every other, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, awesome.
So the odd or even matches.
Yeah.
I actually did not get to see who
Yeah, were
picked
you
on
able to-
odds and evens. Did anyone else see?
I did not.
All right, well, we'll figure out pretty shortly.
tonight, for those of you keeping track, which brings up Meadowdale's Aria Zari, and for the Hawks, Mutasa Obosaba.
So again, Mustafa's only been wrestling for 2 years. He came in, let's see, his first year was
Are we not having a JV match anymore?
I'm not really sure.
It might be at the end.
Oh, okay.
Could save it for the end.
Yeah.
So it's a big night, after all. If you guys examine, looking over at Mustafa over there, he's repping the new uniforms that they got just today. Pretty nice. He got Mountlake Terrace on the front, the old school Hawks logo along the leg. Nice big logo.
We do have one exhibition match tonight.
Oh, okay.
So we do have a JV match.
Yeah, they're going to be starting with the JV match, I believe.
That is.
Yeah, that's.
I believe that's Jaden Yang and Alexander Williams. Alexander Williams being from Mountlake Terrace, Jaden Yang being from Meadowdale Mavericks. Let's watch. First round begins. They're tying up.
On
Good
their feet, neutral position.
Getting some good head control.
You see that Meadowdale just went for a fake for the single leg. Still
Both
fighting.
wrestlers are getting good position.
Good circling. Definitely one thing you don't want to do in wrestling is back up. And necessary pushing forward isn't always the option
Oh.
either.
He's
It
brought
appears that Meadowdale shot in for a single leg.
and,
Oh,
and finished off with
and
the
there's
double
a-
leg.
2
so
points towards
2 points
Meadowdale.
takedown. He's going for what appears to be a wrist roll, I think.
Williams
There we
need
go.
to get on his feet, get his base back up. White hands.
So if you're the top wrestler team, what would you want to do?
Currently, I would definitely want to break down that base. Right now, he's got a good, strong pyramid, so I'd probably grab an ankle, drive him forward, bring him back to his belly, and start working some turning periods. See, you see sliding out, doing an outside stand-up,
there you go.
and
And
there's the
that's
escape.
1 point escape.
That's a 1-2 in favor of Jaden Yang as of right now.
And the 1 point escape happens when you start after taken down, and
After
then you
you
Another
get
single leg shot, oddly from head on the outside.
nice crossface.
Oh, there you go. He's hooking around the leg.
Oh,
He's finding that crossface.
circling
good
Really.
around.
crossface. He's getting a little high, but if you could back a little bit, cover the hips,
He'll
he
get
could
that
get the
tip.
Gets 2
takedown.
points.
See,
Let's go for a
all
cross-
that's stopping him from getting a point is
There's-
Jaden Yang having that leg.
There's the 2.
There it is.
And he's
His leg.
cranking that power half.
Nice strong. He's running it hard.
Now he has a wrist and a half.
There you go. He's trying to put in a power half right now.
There you go. There you go. Just got to run it on his feet.
He's pressuring down that
Jaden-
shoulder so that he has a
Got to make sure he just watches the chicken wing too high above. If his shoulder bends too high, then it'll be
And
fearing
there's-
for the
Oh,
near
and
fall.
he's,
There's a near fall.
Nope.
Oh,
Roll through.
flipped over.
Oh, and that's time for the first round.
Any near fall points?
Doesn't look like it.
That's the end of the first round.
So
Choice goes to Meadowdale Mavericks. Meadowdale Mavericks defer to Mountlake Terrace.
just for our fans who don't know, what is near fall?
Near fall is so essentially the terminology for a pin, as you may have heard, is officially just called a fall, winning by fall. Near fall would be near pin essentially, where the back is exposed for more than I believe 45 degrees.
Yep.
I think it's 90,
90.
degrees.
90 past 90.
Past 90.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
past 90, and if they hold it there for
2
3
seconds, you get 2 points. 5 seconds, you get 3 points.
Maximum of 3 points, and then from there you could either go for the pin or reset and do it again, aim
That-
for a technical pin
Yes.
points.
So I think that in the beginning, Meadowdale won the coin toss,
Yeah,
which is
deferred it
why
and
Meadowdale is on the top right now.
deferred it. So what's the advantage, tactical advantage of choosing bottom?
Well-
You can get the 1 point escape, and then
Right.
you just get a free point.
Oh,
Or-
as Williams just did.
Exactly as Williams has done.
He's doing really well pushing down that head and cross facing, but he's getting a little high.
Keeps
And
on-
with that
he's
cross-
put in
cradle.
He's put in the cradle.
Okay. He's going for the near fall. If you see the ref's hands, he's waving his hands, showing that the near fall. If Williams put his knee little into his side and keeps his foot on the ground, that
Yeah.
should be a pin.
And what's the definition of a pin?
When both shoulders touch the ground for longer, about a second or a little longer, depending on what style of wrestling you're wrestling. In folk
believe
style, it'd be
for-
about a second after near fall, of course. There's
And
a pin.
There's-
Williams, first victory for the Hawks.
And I believe that is our one and only JV match.
I believe so.
Alex Williams takes the exhibition match for the Hawks.
That was Alex William.
And now we'll give it another shot at 138. Arya Sari and Mustafa Obosaba.
So here's the first official match of the night. Just kicking off with a senior, Mustafa Absaba.
138.
Second-year wrestler. I got to wrestle with Mustafa side by side last year with my senior year. Amazing guy. Came a long, long way.
He worked really hard this offseason as well, I believe.
Yeah. Similar to me, he walked in the wrestling room, didn't know a thing about wrestling, and just put in work, and his technique just increased exponentially. So Arya is going for that dump. Mustafa,
Controlling those hands very well.
Arya cuts him, giving him the point, possibly to try and get another takedown
Takedown.
in. Mustafa a little close from the outside. He's going to want to circle out.
Oh, if he
With the-
sags those hips. Oh, and it appears that they've gone out of the ring.
No takedown.
No takedown.
Back to the neutral position. Good stance from both wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Good circling. Mustafa is yet to be very aggressive in this. Probably just sizing up his opponent for now.
The one thing I'm actually really like about Arya, he's really controlling the wrist, controlling the position.
You see that he just put in the single leg, trying to run the pipe. Oh, and he
Mustafa bails, gives a 2 rather than exposing his back.
And he's cutting
Cuts
him
him
again.
again.
cuts him again.
That should be 4-2? 4-2?
4-2. Yep, that's
4-2 in favor of the Meadowdale Mavericks right now.
This tactic of taking down your opponent and then letting them up is oftenly used to kind of discourage and break your opponent a little bit, wear them out.
So what's the official rule for technical pin?
So for a technical pin, you have to win by 15 points. Once you've created a 15-point deficit from your opponent, then you automatically win the match. And
They
that's
just
a
immediately stop the match?
They immediately stop the match, unless you
Another
are
single leg from Arya?
very close to pinning your opponent.
Yeah.
In which case they'll immediately stop the match and then give
So-
your team 5 points.
So we saw earlier that Mustafa Abasaba got a stalling call from the referee. He needs to show some action or else he'll start giving up points for that.
Also, one thing to add about the technical fall, it's similar to the mercy rule.
Or yeah, in like baseball, seventh inning.
Yeah.
End of the first period.
Current score is
I believe it's either 8-4 or 6-3. Mustafa Abasaba was given the choice, deferred it to the Meadowdale Mavericks.
the common reason for people to defer it in the second round for the choice to go down is if they have an expectation that in the third round they'll have more energy than their opponent, in which case they can get the escape.
And
when it's more,
depending on the point deficit, whether
Yeah.
you want to go on top to go for the pin.
He's
or
going for the switch. Mustafa.
oh, looks like the ref's hands are up for locking hands.
it's an illegal move.
Technical violation.
When a wrestler has both knees on the ground, you are not allowed to lock your hands around the body.
That's correct.
Going for the switch right there. Switch being try and get 2-point reversal rather than the 1-point escape that Arya just got.
Mustafa did a good job giving the 1, not the 2.
Exactly. Definitely. That's kind of like the
The
motto.
smart wrestler.
Give up 1, not 2. Mustafa is
Mustafa's
yet to
backing up
backing
a
up a
little too
little
much. I'm worried that the ref's going to give him another stalling call.
And
Hasn't-
give
hasn't
Arya
really-
the 1 more point.
hasn't
Yeah.
taken any shots either. This
Yeah.
is very unlike what Mustafa's been wrestling much of his seasons.
And it's unlike the Mountlake Terrace new philosophy of attack.
Oh, he goes for the
Set.
ankle pick.
There's
2
the other
points again.
It looks like Arya is going for the technical fall.
Yeah. You can hear Coach Grant in the background encouraging Mustafa to do
Current
the
score
takedown.
is 14-5, favor of Meadowdale.
Make that 16-5.
16-5.
So as of right now, 4 more points would ensure the technical fall, giving 5 points to Meadowdale.
I
versus-
think Meadowdale's going to look for the pin now, not cutting, to get the team
Right
point.
now he's running an
6
arm
points.
bar, trying to get that near fall. But if Mustafa can
Should look
fight it-
away.
yeah, if he's looking away right now and he's trying to get his arm back and trying to build his base.
There you go.
Now if he can do that and prevent the tech fall, that'd be very beneficial to the
Arya
Mountlake
is going
Terrace
for
team.
either the double armbar or the half
20
and armbar.
seconds.
But he has to be worried right now because he already has a stall call. And it's
Mustafa
There's the near fall.
it's a near fall. He's bridging. Bridging is
Bridging.
where
One-
you push
One
off
shoulder.
with your head.
There's one shoulder up. Will he get the
Oh,
fall?
he has short time right now. Only a few seconds left on the clock.
Nope.
And
No
he
near.
fought.
3 points near fall, but
3
no
points near
no
fall,
pin.
but no pin.
And so that would be a major decision with 4 points.
He has one more round, I believe.
One more.
Meadowdale leads 19-5.
Third period.
19-5. If Meadowdale scores one more point on Mustafa, then that'll be a technical fall.
That was an interesting decision. Mustafa chose neutral, even though there's only 1 point needed for that technical fall.
Well, I think part of what
Well, it might be the smart decision for the team because the takedown ends the match.
see, there
Oh.
you go.
Mustafa's first takedown of the night. Nice double.
Yeah.
Ran around the corner, cut the corner.
It appears that both wrestlers have started to get
A little
tired.
fatigued?
Yeah, a little fatigued.
Well, wrestling for 6 minutes. It's
Yeah.
a tough.
I think that was part of Meadowdale's goal with the constant takedowns was to kind of break down Mustafa. But right now, Mustafa's doing a pretty good job of trying to fight it back.
And that is the official technical fall.
Final score at 138, Meadowdale 123, Terrace 8.
As we said, that was a 5-point to the team score.
Next up for Meadowdale at 145, Caleb Manilis. And for the Hawks, senior Connor Lefsky. Caleb.
Caleb Milnes being a change from the Elias Lynch that's currently written. Looks like they pulled him out from the JV spot. Interesting. Freshman coming in from the Meadowdale Mavericks. Connor Lefsky also being a senior. Nice aggressive stance. Shake hands. Just I love it when the wrestlers shake their refs' hands. It's always a good sign of good sportsmanship.
O'Connor going right off the bat with that, trying to go for a snatch single.
Circling back to the inside.
Going to try and go for that sweep outside
He's
single.
definitely going to need to lower his hips a little bit more and give a little bit more of a setup before he goes for that.
Now he just needs to
he's
keep
trying to
circling.
circle around.
I like how Connor's just doing the constant attack, not letting his opponent breathe.
I gotta tell you, Connor Lefsky, also another wrestler that's come a long way. He walked in, didn't really know much about wrestling, but put a lot of heart into it, got a lot better. No matter what happened during any match, he always kept his head up. In the wrestling room, worked just as hard, if not hardest, out of like most of the people. Oh,
He's trying to go for that under.
he's gonna need to lower his hips a bit. See,
Meadowdale's doing a good job of defense over here, trying to
so Toronto,
defend against each of.
what would you do if you were Connor Lefsky and the Meadowdale wrestler was just pushing into you, shoving into you?
He was pushing into me. Might try to go low if he's pushing straight into me.
There's a,
Go over. For
that's a
Oh.
nice double leg from Meadowdale.
Connor needs to bridge out, turn onto his stomach, prevent from losing any near fall points right now.
Oh,
If I was Connor right now,
It's
I'd
out.
be trying
There
to
you
get out of bounds,
definitely.
trying to prevent as.
Because
So the
no,
rule for
myself-
that is, as long as the shoulders are outside the circle, then technically there is no able to be pinned.
I
In order to be
believe
pinned,
that
both
if
shoulders
it's
need to be inside.
2 feet of one wrestler have to be within the.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the
Scoring.
shoulders actually.
It's shoulder
For
blades.
Meadowdale's
Shoulder blades for the
takedown
pin.
for
Even if
2
the other
and
wrestler
near
was
fall for
outside
2.
That's the rule for
4-0.
takedowns. If you take down an opponent and your feet are still in, and even though your opponent is out, that's still technically a takedown.
And that's why there was a 2 near fall. It was only 2
2 seconds of
2 to
inside,
4 inside.
inbounds. I see.
Connor's doing good
Connor
controlling the
Lefsky.
hand.
Fighting hands, turning
hands, trying
face
to turn
opponent.
into Caleb.
And
I believe that's
Yeah,
a
it's
1-point escape.
double underhooks right now. Oh,
that was a good last second escape.
Heading into the second period, the score is Meadowdale 4, Terrace 1.
Mavericks defer to Hawks, and Connor Lefsky chooses neutral.
see, if I was Connor right now, he continues to lead off with that snatch single, and I would try to mix it up at least like a little bit, because
Maybe.
right now the Caleb, he knows exactly what's coming. Is a snatch single. If Connor was to mix it up, if you see how Caleb continues to push into him,
He can throw in a
possibly
high C
throw in a high C or a duck under, possibly.
and then go back to that single that he likes
Yeah,
later.
to go back to that
Definitely,
single
definitely
if the other
mix it
moves
up.
don't work.
One of my favorite shots, a nice low single. Definitely a lot of variations from it.
Yeah.
Came from kind of faking a high C into straight to the low single.
And you see mostly with these like snatch singles or a low single, it's typically these really fast guys. I haven't had much experience wrestling with Connor, but what is your opinion? Do you think he's more of a strength wrestler or like
So
a
Lefsky's
speed?
actually changed his wrestling.
He used to be a bigger
tactics.
wrestler.
He's definitely used to be a bigger wrestler. Definitely changed his wrestling tactics since he's been losing more weight and gaining more muscle mass. So he's definitely becoming a quicker wrestler. By this point of the season, I'm sure he kind of has an idea of what kind of wrestler he is, as we see the continuous snatch singles.
As
Good head
long,
snap there.
as long as Connor wrestles his style, he should be fine. But the one thing I still like about Connor, he's always attacking.
Always attacking.
Yeah,
If
no
you
matter
see
what,
it,
no
you see
matter
right
how
now.
tired he is,
30
he's still
seconds.
going after it. You're never gonna see him get a stall.
Meta
call.
wrestler seems to be more of a counter wrestler, waiting
Mhm.
for Connor Levski
To make a
to
mistake.
make a mistake, exactly, and just
Yeah.
benefit from it, which is unfortunate because Connor is being the dominant wrestler and the referee has yet to call any stalling calls.
But what Meadowdale has done is he did capitalize on Connor's
10
mistakes
seconds.
with
He
the
did.
takedown and the near fall.
That's probably keeping fresh in the referee's mind that technically
There is no stall call.
there is no stall calls right now.
After 2 periods, Meadowdale still leads 4-1. I've seen him lose them, but not take them out.
So Meadowdale decided to choose down to try to get that 1 point or 2 point escape
Well,
or
you see,
reversal.
So Meadowdale's Caleb deferred in the second round.
Point
even though
Meadowdale,
he
5-1
had,
Terrace.
a 2-point
Or 5-1
lead,
Meadowdale, sorry.
That way, in the third round, he could decide what
he
would
could
maximize.
seal more the.
Definitely.
Right now Meadowdale is doing really well. Wrestling smart, staying in good position, not making much mistakes.
Definitely still wrestling much more defensively, but yeah, making very few mistakes.
He's a very safe
Here-
wrestler.
Yeah.
You can tell that the wrestler's becoming a little more fatigued. Made it a little bit more so.
You can tell
But again,
Connor.
wrestling, hard sport, 3 rounds, 6 minutes, a lot harder than most people would think.
Connor.
It's incredibly exhausting sport, both mentally and physically.
This is where Connor needs to dig deep and just
Yeah.
to get the point. This
There's
is
a final stall call as Meadowdale takes.
This stall call on green. See, when somebody shoots a double like that, and he had his head pretty low, if Connor should have tried to cross-face him. Cross-face is
Or-
where you,
or push his head down.
yeah,
either
push
or.
his head down.
Could you explain to everyone what a crossface
So
is?
what a crossface is, when a person's head is on the outside, it's often much more vulnerable, and you can drag your palm kind of across their nose. It's essentially the wrestler's version of a punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Punches being illegal, of course.
Punch is being
Hope-
illegal,
hope the-
but
all the
it's,
viewers know
it's a
that.
defense mechanism.
Oh, he's
for
going for the
wrestlers.
throw. He's going for the
Head and
head
arm.
and arm.
And there's the
Oh.
rethrow. That was a head and arm is kind of a ditch
Yeah.
effort unless it's
Meadowdale at another 2 points, so 7-1.
There we go
Levski
again,
had-
back with Caleb.
31
is a very
seconds to go in the
order
match.
to counter
fundamental
that-
wrestler. He was able to defend that. that
Sag
head
his
on.
hips and
Mhm.
take it into his advantage.
Caleb really needs to give it everything he's got right now. I'm pretty sure that Meadowdale has a 5-point lead now.
that's
If
correct.
that. Yes.
Yeah, because he had the 1-point escape and then the 2 points takedown. So Connor really needs to.
You can tell Connor's really fatigued at this point.
Yeah.
He's got currently has the butcher or the barbed wire, as
Yeah,
some would
it's
say.
a
Essentially,
butcher.
where you cross the other wrestler's arms up, squeeze tight, and slowly tilt towards both shoulder blades.
But wait for Connor for not giving up the pin.
Giving up the pin, yeah.
I think that's a major decision.
Final
No,
score,
just a
Meadowdale
decision.
10,
A major will
Hawks
be 8
1.
points.
Major decision. What again? Could you explain to everyone what a major decision is?
A major decision is right under a technical fall.
Okay. How many points would
It'll
it
be a 8-point lead.
8-point lead in the match? How many points
Currently,
would they give for the
Meadowdale
team?
leads
I
the
believe
match
it's 4.
8-0.
And then, so what
Team
would you call the
score.
3-point?
3 points or just a regular decision.
The minor decision?
no.
I see. So next up is Captain Musa Traore up against, looks like, Antonio Samoa.
Okay.
Samaoya?
At 152.
Samaoa.
Antonio Samamoya. And for the Hawks, at 152, Musa Traore.
Definitely a lot more aggressive match so far. A lot of hand fighting, a lot of getting position. Musa Traore goes for shot, backs out. Antonio was looking for that under and overthrow.
I'm fairly certain that Musa is the only junior captain.
I believe so too.
Yeah. So
Following-
that's just a lot attributed to his character and his work ethic. If the coaches see him as a younger athlete and still willing to put him in that leadership position.
Musa Traore just barely not getting that double. In fact, he been a little bit imbalanced.
But again, the terrace wrestlers constantly attacking. Kind of the philosophy of the Hawks now. Since you guys wrestled under Coach Grant,
I
what
did,
was
we
his
did.
philosophy? What,
I love wrestling. That was
That's a good way to put it.
That's a
But
good way to
definitely
put it.
keep strong, circle if at all possible, and really just make sure that every movement counts. Every time you touch the opponent, you should either be moving him or setting up a shot. Cause a lot of wrestling in wrestling, you see a lot of people just meaninglessly grab hands, fingers, wrists, smack the head, and just nothing comes out of it.
Yeah.
Musa Traore going with a deep double there,
Oh,
picking
there
up
we
his
go.
opponent
Lifting
straight
him
to
up
his
a
back.
little bit.
Oh, the near fall.
2-point takedown, Terrace.
did he give any near fall for
I
that?
don't
No,
believe
near
that
fall,
he got
I
any
don't
near
believe it
fall.
was.
I don't think the back broke 90 degrees.
Musa
Wait,
Traore going for a kind of a tilt here, you see. Running tight waist far ankle, trying to break down his opponent. Musa Traore looking very strong in this match so far, being for the most part the dominant wrestler. Again, it seems like Musa Traore really
There you
likes
go,
that
driving
tight waist
right
far
in.
ankle,
Yeah.
break down his opponents.
Now he's going for
Far knee,
far knee, far ankle. Oh, it appears that Meadowdale
Antonio?
was able to break out of it.
Was that
1 point. Meadowdale.
Point escape.
Musa Traore is definitely gonna
Musa has a very
20
good
seconds.
double leg, and as you see right there, he
Ooh.
right back at it.
right back at it.
Very
2 points yet
aggressive.
again.
And now he
Trying
has
to throw
that
in an
arm
arm bar.
Brought it in, sunk it in. He's going for
Oh,
that
he's-
power half. He's going for the half power
now, so
is a nasty. Oh,
He let go of the arm bar, but he's still trying to run the half.
I think he's going for
10 seconds.
possibly
10
a cradle now.
seconds.
Oh, now he's just
Oh.
set back.
Oh. See, if you saw what Musa was doing over there with when he was bringing his hand across
Crossface?
Antonio's, that was
After
a
one
crossface.
period,
And then you saw near the end, he switched from the crossface
Hawks
to
4,
holding the waist and tried to
Meadowdale
go
1.
for a tilt, get a little bit near fall before the period ended. Musa Traore defers, and Meadowdale chooses bottom, get an escape point, possibly reversal. Again, I want to compliment Musa Traore on that immediate double
Yeah.
after
Antonio
Meadowdale's-
was not expecting that
Definitely
right off
not.
the bat.
no setup, quick, reminded me a lot of Jordan Burroughs.
1 point escape for 2, Terrace.
There's a-
1 point Meadowdale. Current score, Terrace 4, Meadowdale 3.
Possibly been like too aggressive of a hit,
Uh,
maybe, or
I don't really know. I mean,
headgear. There's a lot of
the ref
scrambling
put
there.
it down as a technical violation.
Again, Musa
Oh.
loving that sudden
There
double.
you go. Oh,
There.
beautiful. Right to the mat.
What a beautiful
2
double.
points, Terrace takedown, 6-3.
Musa's always been really strong with his takedowns
Oh, he's
since
trying
I've been
to
seeing
put
him
in a
watching.
tilt. Fortunately, going out of bounds.
Musa Traore being blood time. Looks like he's got a nosebleed going on.
Blood time.
So,
red.
could one of you guys tell me the official rule for blood time?
So I believe that you have 5 minutes
No,
total.
it's 10 minutes for blood.
10 minutes
5 minutes for injury time.
for injury time. Okay, and if you run over your blood time or your injury time, then it's an automatic forfeit to the other wrestler.
And
Indeed.
the other opponent team gets 6 points.
However, another kind of like a small rule that kind of makes sense. In injury time, if you happen to have to forfeit the match due to an injury and it was an illegal move, then you technically receive the
Yes,
6-point
that
victory.
is true.
Looks like both wrestlers have a little blood time.
So what do you think is going on in Musa's head right now? What he's trying to accomplish now?
Well, I think right now Musa's trying to break his opponent. If you've looked at the escapes that Antonio's received, they're not. It doesn't appear like Musa is putting 100% effort. I think he might be trying to wear out the opponent slowly, allow him to get the escape with a little bit of effort, trying to wear him out, and then take him back down, get his points, and then slowly let him back up.
All right, then, Gene, what do you think that Antonio will be trying to do, or what's his mindset right
As
now?
of right now, I think he's only down, what, 6-2, 6-3,
Yeah.
possibly? It's a pretty close match, 4 points.
Traore leads
but-
Samioa, 6-3.
6-3. So 3-point match, takedown, with 2 takedowns to kind of pair it up with an
1
escape.
point escape.
Now it's a 3-point
Meadowdale,
match.
6-4,
At this point, he's only
Terrace.
down by 1 takedown.
Yeah, see, I've wrestled with Musa several times. I've seen him wrestle, and if he wanted to hold him down, he would have done a lot he would have gone a lot harder.
Going for that double again.
There you go.
Looks like
see?
Musa's going for the let him get the one and then get
Yeah.
takedown for the 2
He-
Two
point.
He's
point
not just
takedown.
giving away the one.
Hawks,
No, 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 no.
8-4.
He's making him work for it.
So
Still
you
trying
both
to conserve
tiring-
energy.
Tiring him out, saving energy, as well as getting that net outcome of 1 point above the wrestler. Let's see. He's trying to
1
rock
minute.
that arm bar.
Oh, they're just trying to suck it back, trying to hook the arm. Oh, drive into the arm that was trapped.
Looks like they're very close from the outside.
We hear Coach Grant saying go for the Jake leg.
Boost
Then-
chair, let
1
him
point
get that
escape.
1 point out.
Meadowdale 8-5. 30 seconds.
It's the third period that we're definitely going to see some desperation here.
Oh, there we go.
Definitely.
He went
2
for a
points again.
snatch single.
2
right
point.
there.
Snatch single.
Trying to mix it up for
Hawks
his
10-5.
Right
This
now,
entire-
Mountlake Terrace could really go for a pin right now.
Definitely.
Their
If they're
team
gonna want to
scores-
get, if they're definitely going to want to get the victory over the Meadowdale Mavericks in this duel, they're going to want to pin.
7.
But with 6 seconds left, I mean, it's a victory, still a victory. Solid match to watch.
I believe this is just the second round, isn't it?
Is it only second round? Oh, it's only the second round. I did not even know that.
At the end of 2, Terrace's Musa Traore leads.
Musa Traore chooses
10-5.
neutral. He's really trying to get that big point deficit, if not for
Final
the pin, for the
period.
major decision. Little handshake right there before the
Good
period started.
sportsmanship. We now see Meadowdale going after it a little bit.
Third period left. I mean, you have 2 minutes essentially to do everything you can. Something I kept in mind while wrestling is just 6 minutes of your life. Something that your coach is drilling you all the
1
time.
point red.
It's only 6 minutes of your life. You can do what you can. Ooh,
Oh.
Musa Traore going for that nice single.
There we
Sweet.
go.
Single
keep
to
it
the
2
sharp.
points. Terrace
Takedown.
13-5.
Oh.
Wrist roll,
Going
and
for
now
that.
he's going for the half. He needs to get off to the other side. There you go.
He's got a tee out.
He's got to tee out and start
Oh.
driving.
Ooh. Ooh. Musa Traore getting a little frustrated with the referee.
I believe that it was because the arm was going a little too high for the half.
It looks
Nelson.
safe from this angle, but the referee has close.
Yeah.
Again, Musa Traore still seeming like the dominant wrestler.
Oh, the guy tried to pull a Granby out of that.
Definitely more of a
On a good
Sure.
wrestler, you're
More
not
of
going
a,
to
it's a
hit that.
very desperate move, but
Sorry.
in the right circumstances, it can.
There's
Save
Musa
you.
again going for the half. Trying to get that jag leg, pick up the leg and step through. Finish the half. Meta wrestler doing.
Antonio
to
is
defend
just
himself.
fighting as much as he can to defend against the half.
1 minute.
You can definitely tell he's a little fatigued. Musa Traore still just trying to turn him. Antonio all he's doing seems to be just trying not to get pinned, which is an effective tactic.
1 point escape. 13-6.
This is
It's
going to
a-
want the pin.
It's important that Musa gets at least 1
39
more point,
seconds.
and then they can make the major decision.
Instead,
If nothing else, if he could get the pin, yeah,
Push.
obviously ideal. Right now, he really needs to fight.
It seems like Antonio's almost fully fatigued at this point.
2 point takedown.
he's going for that near side cradle.
20
Nothing.
seconds. About to be 20 seconds. Now.
20?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds left in the match. They're going to definitely need a pin somewhere.
He needs to run that half. He needs to tee out.
Moose's just grinding it out now.
He's driving his head on the guy's back, but it's not doing as much. He needs to get off to the side and start driving into the guy.
And that'll do it at 152. Musa Traore for the Terrace Hawks, 15. Antonio Sonia, 6 for the Mavericks. Current score,
15-6.
Mavericks
Got the
8,
Got the major decision.
Hawks
got the 4
3.
points. Definitely a solid performance from Musa Traore. The entire match was dominant. Not 1 point did he slip. Anytime Meadow Mavericks scored a point, it was really in the flow of Musa Traore.
And here's
Next,
senior Pavel.
Pavel Alafarovsky. I've been looking forward to this match. I've wrestled a lot with Pavel.
At
Same
160.
team as him.
I've known Pavel for a very long time.
Elias Lynch
I've known him personally since
for
he
the
was in
Mavericks,
7th
and for
grade,
the Hawks
also
at
Brad Terrace
160,
Middle School.
Pavel
He is one of the
Olivereski.
hardest working wrestlers
No,
I've
actually,
ever seen.
when he was in 8th grade, because he came from Explorer Middle School actually, transferred out, but definitely again a guy who always keeps a smile on his face, but once he gets on the mat, that smile just disappears. He strictly means business.
It's kind of similar to his older brother.
Daniel Frolowski, actually, I believe in the crowd currently.
Yeah, currently.
State participant, if I remember correctly, in the 152, 160 weight class.
Again, Pavel really is just staying in good position.
We do have a 1-point correction on the score. Meadowdale is at 9, Terrace at 3.
Oh, he needs to cover those hips.
So he's
Circling
just gotta
back.
return
He's
him.
trying to.
Elias Lynch running off the mat. There goes 1 point.
Yeah, there we go. Green was trying to avoid being taken down.
By
Paul was
running
trying to
off
do
the
a
match.
suck back onto the mat. As you can see, Pavel's already taking control with the head pressure. Meadowdale's starting to get a little low, a little too low.
We see Pavel trying to hit for that duck under.
Yeah, there you
Ooh,
go.
right
And
there,
he just hit
slick,
it
right there.
right past the guy's arm.
Smoothest one I've seen in a very long time.
Duck
Pavel
under was
work-
always my bread and butter.
Pavel working for that half.
Take down 2
Nice roll
for
in the
Terrace,
wrist.
3-0.
Running that half deep. Elias Lynch doing a good effort facing away from the half, which is the proper way to fight that. It's not.
1 minute.
10, 4, 5, which is 15. And 15 and up is
Pavel Olforowski. Looks like he's going for the crucifix.
No, this is standard
Oh.
half.
It's a weird angle.
Yeah. He's going from the other side, which is kind of what.
Kind of productive. There's a power half, sinking the power. He's facing away. Now he's going maybe for a ball and chain.
No,
Nope.
I think it was a near side or far side cradle.
There it is.
There,
Oh.
Yep.
See, what you don't want to do when someone's trying to far side cradle you is stand up on like your legs like that, put your head down.
Right next to their knee.
You're basically giving him the cradle.
Yeah.
Meadowdale choosing down.
First round, pretty solid performance from Pavel Olforowski. Dominant in every single second.
There's some blood on Meadowdale. So starting blood time.
Pavel Olforowski talking to Coach Grant right now.
Going
Getting
over
some
game plan.
advice.
Not much to say. Pavel's just doing one of his games.
He's just going to work. Interesting story about Pavel's
Dale
head
leads
gear.
Terrace and the team score 9-5.
Sorry about the throw. Give me
Oh.
1 second. Okay, and continue.
Okay, so funny interesting story about Pavel's headgear. I think that's actually a Terrace tradition.
Is that the one white, one pink?
That's the one red, one white, I
see,
believe.
Sid-
And that was passed down to me from Trung Ba, and then I think who did you?
Sid Springberg? No,
I gave it to you. You ended up giving it to Daniel.
And then Daniel gave it to
Who-
Pavel.
Yeah.
So
I believe Sid Springberg.
I
also
believe
had-
that's the white and pink one.
Although yes,
yeah.
that one was actually falling apart too.
So
There's always a tradition of a upperclassman giving a headgear to the next
The one white, one different colored.
The
headgear.
one white, the one red. Yes. I wonder if Pavel even knows where that headgear is from.
He just needed headgear, probably.
Yeah.
Pavel
He's
doing
carrying
well
on
to stick with his opponent the entire time. If I were Pavel, since I know he's slipping, I'd immediately go for the tight waist far ankle,
7 seconds.
especially going for the switch.
Pavel's just doing a really good job staying behind the hips, staying under the arms.
Maintaining control.
Staying
Yeah.
on top, making sure he doesn't slip off.
Frito 0 at the end of 1 for Terrace.
Green defers. Pavel has a choice.
Looks like Looks like
Uh,
Coach Grant Thompson actually wanted Pavel Offersky to choose top, possibly
Oh, he
looking for the
chose
pin.
top.
Chose top, looking for the pin.
That doesn't happen very often.
Not much.
The coaches typically has to be very confident in their wrestler to be choosing top.
Because and that means could give him the 1 point, could give him a reversal. A lot of things that could go differently, but Pavel Offersky clearly has the skills in order.
Oh, he's
for-
going for a ball and chain right now. Oh. Meadowdale was able to break out of it. I would say it's a definite power move to purposely choose top. It lets your opponent know that you are confident in your abilities.
Looks like
1
Pavel
point
Offersky
Meadowdale,
actually
3-1.
let his other hand slip through the half Nelson and put it a full legal move in high school wrestling, or just wrestling in general. Doesn't matter.
Meadowdale going for a switch. Pavel following behind.
Again, Pavel not putting himself in a bad position.
Most wrestlers.
1 point Meadowdale, 3-2.
For being such an experienced wrestler, I'm surprised Pavel's doing a lot of mental mistakes.
He might be caught up in the heat of the moment, being on stage, theater possibly. But yeah, I'm actually very surprised. The second full Nelson in a row. I actually did not see a free move there at all.
I saw a wrist.
So currently, for everybody at home, what just happened? The ref's calling it a technical violation for locking hands, saying that Pavel was.
So at this point, with three
completely
with three penalties,
2 points. Meadowdale score
him-
is now
gave him 2
Meadowdale
points as
4,
long as he
Terrace
escaped.
3.
gave him a 3-point deficit right there, and with 3 penalties under his belt, one more penalty,
3-5.
Pavel Offersky will actually forfeit the match.
And get disqualified.
And yeah,
So he needs to be very careful about what happens.
definitely.
5-5.
1 minute.
Coach
This-
Grant is telling Pavel to go back up. I think what he's having him do now is the takedown, let him up method.
Not
and-
risking
and
not
doing a
risking.
There's definitely a
any
risk
more
in
technical-
penalty. Yeah.
1 point
Yeah.
Meadowdale with the escape. 5-6 Meadowdale leads.
What Pavel might be looking is doing a takedown straight to his opponent's back. Just get the pin. Don't even worry about trying to turn him, put himself in a bad position.
If it doesn't go to his back,
Currently, if
let
I
him
was
go.
Pavel, I'd be really worried. Even though he's been dominating the match, he has 3 technical violations, 1 more, and that's a
forfeit the match. Looks like his opponent's getting a little fatigued.
37
I mean,
seconds in the
we might be a,
second
be a
period.
little biased here, but one
Yeah.
of the main things for Mountlake Terrace Wrestling is cardio's been absolutely wow. What an amazing
2
dunk.
point takedown.
Pavel just needs to lock it up.
Near fall, ref counting the near fall. Looks like he's maxed out with the 3 points right there. Now he's just looking for the pin. And reset.
Near fall.
3 point near
he's going for
fall.
that power
Terrace 10-6.
Is that a lat drop or?
I believe that was a dump actually.
Yeah.
Looks like Pavel Offersky was trying to slip the hooks in right there, start leg riding.
At the end of 2. Oliver Esky 10.
was
Litch
Pavel Offersky,
6.
I'll cut him.
I
I
would
would
cut him.
probably-
I would go neutral.
Yeah, go neutral.
He's been winning on his feet. And if I was Pavel, I would
And
continue.
clearly,
Glad-
as we saw by that, like Pavel Offersky can definitely put someone on his back from neutral. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Last period.
That's a good
Put in a
spiral.
spiral ride, yeah.
Hawk Rider.
Trying
as some
to
of us said
avoid
it.
anything that looks like a locking hands. Keeping his hands apart.
Oh, it looks like he's got
Putting
one hook in.
legs.
He's getting a little high, a little worrisome. Oh, there's
Okay.
both hooks in. That's not a place you want to be. Trungban, as you know as well as I do as leg riders, what can you do from the double leg ride?
You can just pound his head and just arch your back and just spread
Make
his
it-
legs out.
Make it uncomfortable for
Make-
the guy.
A stalemate is when there's no motion after a while and the ref decides no wrestler can
123 to
move.
go.
Pavel
Yeah,
Offersky,
the ref believes that no
Progress has been made.
progress.
Pavel Offersky just cut him off, give him that 1 point.
10-7.
Almost seems like he gave him that leg.
Oh, switched it straight into a leg ride, actually. Almost.
Probably needs to turn back
I
into
would
him.
push into him at this point, flip the Meadowdale wrestler onto his back.
But that's a high risk, high reward move.
Oh, and there we go.
Oh,
Flipped
and
it into a leg
Takedown.
ride.
Takedown.
Terrace, 12-7.
Pavlovski's really got to be careful, make sure he doesn't touch hands or go for the full.
He currently has a 5-point lead. He needs
Three
three more
more
points.
For that
For
major.
So,
but what Terrace
hopefully
Hawks really need is a pin.
Yeah, what they really, yeah.
See, Pavlovski's going with kind of like a unorthodox leg ride, riding from the outside leg.
With a-
Usually, I've only ever really
with a
seen that
power
when
half.
you kind of scramble into that position.
30 seconds.
I'm surprised that the ref's not.
Calling a stalemate
No,
or
call
stalling.
it was near fall for a little bit.
Oh,
So the ref believed
Yeah.
that Pavel wasn't trying to progress for the pin.
21 seconds. 1 point Meadowdale. Current score is 12-8. Hawks.
12-8. Looks like Pavlovski's going for the pin. I believe this is the last period.
Yeah.
Not even a major.
Uh, 11 seconds.
It's not going to be enough.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Egan. Oh! With a short time
Was that
left on the
pen?
clock, can he?
No.
Oh, he didn't have enough time. But that's enough to bring him up to.
It was 2 points near fall, so it was only a 6-point
Oh.
deficit. Still, solid performance by Pavel Ofrowski.
Solid performance.
Definitely some hitches
If you were
along
to-
there.
If you were to take away the technical violations,
I would definitely say
Yeah.
completely dominating the match.
But a lot of things that Pavel needs to fix the mental mistakes before districts. A lot of things that he could work on.
those are simple mistakes that easy fix.
Final score.
Have a much better performance at districts or state.
Pavel Alvareski at 160. 18-8.
So, can I know this one now?
The final score was 18-8. Oh, so it was a major decision.
18-8.
Interesting.
We probably missed a takedown somewhere.
Probably or near fall here or there.
I think the ref might have given him 3 points near fall.
Oh, instead, I thought I saw it too,
At
but
170.
looks like Ryan Dunn
We
does
have a
not
forfeit for Meadowdale, and for the Hawks at 170, Ryan Dunn.
So for the people at home, can somebody explain what a forfeit is?
A forfeit is you have a wrestler and the Meldo doesn't have a wrestler at that weight, so it's considered a pin, 6 points.
Yeah, pretty
Automatic
self-explanatory.
fall.
But like the main thing is a forfeit is automatically given that 6 points, equivalent to a pin to the other team.
In years past with Mountlake Terrace Wrestling, hasn't it? What's been the issue with that?
It was the numbers. Terrace always had solid wrestlers, but it was just the numbers. It's nice to see Mountlake Terrace actually had the
Current
They
score,
have an
Hawks
entirely full
14.
bracket other than
Meadowdale
106.
It's always hard to find.
What?
So,
So that was a
Hawks will lose a point.
technical team violation due to one of the Hawks wrestlers taking off his straps on the mat.
that's
It's a pretty lenient rule. I mean, it's an official rule, but I've never really seen a referee ever call a wrestler upon
with
that.
the close match.
So
it's
current
important
score
that
is
the
Terrace
ref needs
13,
to
Meadowdale 9.
address that.
Let's see how crucial that 1 point deficit will be.
Okay, we are ready for 182.
So it looks like they're giving Liam Ball
The forfeit?
the
For
forfeit.
Meadowdale, Liam Ball. And for the Hawks at 182, Andre Seabrook.
Not sure what Liam Ball's doing. Looks like he already checked in. Icing him. It's a pretty popular tactic to do with teams. Basically, don't give
Their
a
stud
a stud, the ace wrestler of the team.
Well, yeah,
points.
Liam's a highly ranked.
If
He's
number
ranked
one.
first.
He's ranked number
He's
one.
ranked first in the Washington
Ranked
State
number
Wrestling
one.
Report
At
for
3A.
3A.
That's
We're
impressive.
definitely gonna see him at the state tournament. And here coming up is actually Andre, I believe Seabrook.
They
He
bumped
wrestled.
him up.
He wrestled once or twice in middle school, but was never really into it. Came this year as a first-year
All
Hawk
right.
wrestler. And
Update on the score.
actually, I believe he's a transfer
Hawks
as well. If I remember
16,
correctly. Andre's a Hawk- is a
Meadowdale
transfer as
13.
well.
Oh, the Hawks are at a lead right now by 3 points.
Yes. We're jumping up to 195.
I think it's 13-16.
Yeah, I believe it's 13.
Gabe
They're down by 3.
Marshall
Oh, but
for
with the forfeit.
Meadowdale, and will be Andre Seabrook.
So
at
what I've heard
195.
about this Andre Seabrook guy is he's a very unorthodox wrestler, very flashy, lets his wrestlers make the mistake as just now like that.
That's exactly what happened. The Meadowdale wrestler shot in for a single leg. I
With his
believe.
arms out,
His
and
arms out. He hooked
Andre
the arm.
just hooked in, just threw it.
That should have been a pin. But
Now he's
yeah,
going
from
for
what
that
I've heard, he's a
crossface
very unorthodox wrestler.
Oh, he
doesn't-
puts in the cradle. Oh,
straight
he's
to
gonna
the shoulders.
stack him.
Straight to the shoulders.
If he was
That's
able to
a
hook
pin.
the leg,
That's a pin.
one.
That's a pin.
But Meadowdale's doing a really
Oh,
good job.
and he
fighting.
hooks the leg, preventing the other wrestler.
That's a
from-
pin.
And there we go.
Less than 30 seconds, and that's a pin.
Fastest match
That's a
of the night.
119 mark.
Like I was mentioning, definitely an
the
unorthodox
match.
wrestler, but pretty dominant. A lot of teammates
Andre Seabrook with the pin.
have said nothing good
Over
about
Meadowdale's Gabe
nothing but
Marshall.
good words about him. He's only a junior, if I remember correctly, 11th grade, so he's got another year with the
No,
Hawks.
Oh, he was about to take his straps off, lose
Oh.
another point for the Mountlake Terrace team, but
Very
last
lucky
second
Current
he
Gabe
caught
score
himself.
now is Terrace 22,
Definitely don't want to
Meadowdale
be caught up by a
13.
technicality like that again.
220 for Meadowdale. We have Tyler Paul. And for the Hawks, Theo Armentrout.
Here's Renee Mack. He's, I believe, also a junior.
Oh, I think
Okay.
Renee Mack. Thank you. It's Renee Mack.
Renee Mack being up until actually this year. Renee Mack
220?
has always been a very defensive wrestler. The closest
At
comparison
220,
I could
Renee Mack.
Renee
describe him
Mack
to would be a
for the
fortress.
Hawks.
Just a bulk of mass. I remember back when he was in 8th grade, he came out to one of our tournaments, wrestled around with our old assistant coach, and the only thing that our assistant coach could really tell about is how strong Renee was.
Yeah, there's that sweet
that was
single.
something that you don't often see
In
with
like a heavier
some of the
match.
bigger guys.
Definitely not.
It was a single. It was
A sweep single.
sweep single.
Look at he's sucking it
Oh, he's
back
sucking
in for that
back.
near fall. And he's gonna go.
Oh, did he get
back.
the near fall?
I don't.
Oh, I don't think the ref gave it to him.
Yeah, Renee,
There you go.
going
If
for
he
that
sucks
suck
it back, hooks the head,
there. Close. Oh,
Oh,
he's
he's
slowly inching it back.
pulling. Oh,
Hook.
there we go. Broke the 90.
Not yet. But another suck
Sucking
back.
again.
Another suck
Renee-
back. Oh,
there it
this
is.
time he's hooked the head.
Hook the head.
Put the guy
sink
on his
for the near
back.
fall. All he really needs to do is elevate the legs, squeeze tight, and get both shoulders down.
Pressure down the shoulder.
The ref-
elevate
yeah.
the
That's a
head,
pin
yeah.
right there. That's a pin right there. There it is.
Oh, the ref's called it.
2 pins in a row
In
within
the first
2
period.
minutes for the Terrace Hawks.
52-second mark. Renee Mack with the pin.
Renee Mack didn't even break a sweat.
Now for the big boys.
So Michael Fu here, he's a
Current
sophomore,
score.
first year
Hawks
wrestler.
28.
I remember wrestling my
Meadowdale
senior year last
13.
year. A lot of the teammates try getting this guy
At
out.
285
I think his mom
for the
didn't-
Mavericks.
Mom didn't want him to
Alexander
wrestle his freshman year.
Kruger.
Somehow I guess they
And for the
convinced him,
Hawks at
and
285,
from what I've heard, he's been doing very
Michael
well.
Fu. Current score 28. Terrace, Meadowdale 13.
It's currently Mountlake Terrace up.
Currently, it looks like Michael Fu snapping his wrestler
He's put
down,
in a headlock and dragged the guy out.
circling
Trying to
behind.
extend him.
Very quick wrestler, especially for
2
heavyweight.
yeah,
points
for a
Red,
heavyweight.
1 point
Moving incredibly
Meadowdale.
fast.
Something us light guys would know. Being-
Michael Fu actually going for the palms up stance. Don't see that a lot.
you see that more in the with the heavier,
freestyle Greco.
more Greco with the
'Cause-
upper body, so
'cause
it makes sense for the heavier weight to do the palms up, wanting to fight for those underhooks.
Definitely get dominant position.
Yeah. And does
There you go. He puts in another
Oh, there's
another
there's a
headlock,
good snap.
extending his
Good
opponent,
snap.
trying to get
Looks like
around
he's
him.
Trying to dump him, possibly.
Oh, he's trying to.
2 point Terrace.
He needs to start pulling back his opponent into the ring.
Yep. Oh,
Oh.
looks like his opponent got his ankle.
The
1
ankle.
minute. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Nothing yet.
Oh,
Oh,
nothing.
That
Dr. Fu giving
defended
a
it.
really strong stance.
It looks
defending
like he's
against-
trying to go for that bulldog.
Oh,
Oh, and he hooks the arm.
Oh, nothing
Oh,
yet. Nothing.
Nothing.
What he really needs to do is get that punch in that underhook and,
And
just
just punch over?
punch over right across his back if he's
Right
got
now he has a pretty tight headlock. If he's able to extend the wrestler,
There's
again,
the snap.
There he goes. He brings it back to the mat.
Punches
30
in the
seconds
underhook and just,
in the
that's all
first.
he needs to do. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that was the Jake.
Beautiful
leg.
jag leg. Straight to the back. I believe that's a pin.
It's so hard to get up once a heavyweight is on top of you.
There's the pin. 3 pins in a row
Oh.
for Terrace Hawk.
With only like less than 5
With
seconds
8
left
seconds
on
to
the mat.
go in the
in a
first.
total of 4 minutes. That's been 18
Michael
points for
Fu
the
at
Terrace Hawks. 3
285
pins.
That's a
with the
big
pin.
swing.
That's a very big swing.
Yeah. We only have 4 more matches.
From four
Current score, Terrace 34.
Going to finish it off with Michael
Meadowdale
Marquez,
13.
our highest ranked wrestler at the Terrace Hawks team.
Now it's a big weight shift.
So,
Right
yeah,
back
back to the 106
At
pounders.
106,
So forfeit for the Terrace Hawks.
Eric Gonzalez. And a forfeit for the Hawks.
Next up is Ivan Moulton, sophomore.
Ivan is a second-year
That
wrestler.
brings our score to
His
Terrace
first year was
34.
last year.
Meadowdale
Walked
19.
on as a freshman.
Now
Not really
at
sure what they're doing to
113
wrestle.
I can see his confidence
for
has
the
been
Mavericks,
a lot higher.
Jin
since-
Definitely
Ho
improved.
Lee.
He was
And
very-
for the Hawks at
freshman year,
113,
he was
Ivan
definitely
Moulton.
a feeble, like a kind of like a shy wrestler, but although
could-
shy, very lot of heart in the wrestling room. It also seems like he got like a 2-foot growth spurt, so that might help.
He's Meadowdale with a single leg to a
2-point takedown.
So again, we were talking
Meadowdale.
about earlier about the out of bounds because the Meadowdale wrestler kept both his feet in the ring, even though the back was out of the ring. That's technically a takedown.
Ivan's trying to build his base, get his hips underneath him. Appears that Eric is trying to put in hooks, possibly a leg rider. Oh, yeah, he's definitely put in the leg ride. He's trying to go for a turn. Ivan was able to break out a leg ride. Oh, and he's just got his
Get the
1-point escape.
1 minute, 1-point escape.
Ivan Moulton's definitely going to want to sprawl, especially how deep the legs are. But as being a taller
Yes,
wrestler, he could just kind of grab the insides of the thigh. Not sure.
Oh, I'm impressed that he was able to fight out of that. He's hooked the leg.
Nothing's
30
happening yet.
seconds.
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
Oh.
If he's able to, he needs to get his hips back right now. Oh,
And there's the 2.
2-point takedown, Jin Ho.
Ivan's doing a good job, though.
Meadowdale
He's just
leads
building his
4-1.
base.
10 seconds.
if Ivan can get this 1-point escape, that'll help him out a lot. Right now, it appears that the Meadowdale guy is just putting in the leg rides, trying to
Tire
get
him out.
stall out,
And
finish
just
the
pounding
match.
it.
At the end of
Trying to prevent him from getting the 1-point
one
escape.
period,
I remember another Meadowdale wrestler was similar to that.
Jin Ho Lee for
Beck.
Meadowdale
Kieran.
Oh, Kieran.
leads
Definitely get a point deficit
Even
and then just
Ivan Moulton?
leg ride and finish the
4 to
match
1.
by just beating his opponent up.
Ivan's. If he,
Oh, looks like he's going for a cradle here.
oh, he forgot the head.
Oh.
See, Ivan's
Oh, he's
got
maybe a
not-
tilt dump? Not really sure what's going on here.
Ivan's a
Here's
really
the cradle.
lengthy
Here's the cradle.
wrestler, and oftentimes you see cradles come from really
Lanky
tall, lengthy wrestlers, because they can reach around, lock up that head and the leg. He needs to be careful about where he's putting his legs. You see,
Yep. But
Jin just
sprawled
was able
nicely.
to- sprawled out of it.
Back covering his hips again.
He's trying to put in a half Nelson.
There you go.
Way to pull him back in.
Oh,
Ivan Moulton
But
sucking back a
he
little
needs-
too far. Oh.
oh, he-
And over his own
2
body.
point reversal. Meadowdale 6-1.
Ivan Moulton's definitely going to want to fight back at this point. He's doing a good job.
all
Out
right,
of
he's
bounds.
made his way out of bounds. If he's able to hit
53
the stand-up
seconds to
or
go into
switch
second.
right off the bat, that'll help him out a
Meadowdale
lot.
leads
Change kind
6-1.
of the pace of what the match is going right now. Jin has definitely kind of placed his dominance in this match, and what Ivan really needs to do is kind of bring it back. He was doing a lot of work with that cradle.
A lot of
I
work.
was pretty impressed. If he was
Again, as a
able to-
lengthy wrestler, you could just
Yeah.
reach around.
What Ivan really needs to do right now is start building his base, controlling Meadowdale's hands.
getting
try-
his hips
30
underneath
seconds.
him.
With short time left, he's got to just put his heart
Yeah.
into it right now.
See, now he's got his hips underneath him. He's able to fight hands.
You can tell the
He's
Meadow
got a-
wrestler's trying to get possibly a hook in. Instead, just breaking him down.
There's a lot.
Oh, there's a locking
Free move.
hands.
So,
Technical
so,
violation on Meadowdale.
so a comment about the free move and locking hands. The ref doesn't.
Red with the point. Current score Meadowdale 6, Terrace 2.
The referee usually doesn't stop the match right away. He usually gives you about leeway of
6
5,
seconds.
10 seconds or so.
It's back to a standard position,
right.
either the base or your belly.
So in that 5-10 seconds, essentially all within limitations, all rules have been knocked off for you, because the opponent gave up the technical violation first. So you, at that point, I would just
At the
flail
end of
around,
2.
do anything
Yeah,
you can to get an
when they
escape.
see free
Meadowdale's
move, that means that
Pigeonhole
you can
lead
essentially
leads
do
Ivan Moulton
anything
6
you
to
want
2.
move without losing any points.
It's
Yeah.
similar to
you
like
go down-
offsides in football.
Exactly. If you
Final
if you
period.
flip on your back, he'll stop the clock real quick, and you'll reset to what it was. He's about to go for a banana split there. Uh-oh. Ivan's both his knees are together. It's a vulnerable
He needs
position.
to get his legs back,
There you
break the
go.
guy's hands.
Better to have
He
a single
keeps
like
on
that.
pulling the guy's legs into
I've-
him. What he needs to do is get his hips back, push the guy down into the mat.
I've definitely
There
seen
you go,
that.
drive- driving
I've
his
definitely
hips in.
seen a tactic like that, as Ivan Moulton is showing right now, is to grab the back of the thighs. But usually you flip him,
Yeah, it's
or
not
like
really,
you dump him onto the side.
it's not really benefiting him much right now. If he can break his leg out of the guy's grip,
Stalemate.
possibly get his 2.
Oh,
that
potentially
was-
dangerous. So because it was not a legal move, it's just potentially dangerous. The ref stops the clock and you reset. Don't want anyone getting hurt out here.
Yeah, it was an illegal move, but it was to no fault of either wrestler. Just considered potentially dangerous. The ref's just looking out, making sure nobody gets hurt.
What a good guy.
Grant's really helping Ivan, being the inexperienced wrestler, still helping him,
1 minute.
telling him what to do. And Ivan being a good listener, trying to listen.
Amazing listener.
Ivan's working as hard as he can to fight, grab those arms out. Right now, the Meadowdale guy just keeps trying to bring them in tight, fighting hands. Ivan's trying to drive him over right now. He's able to hook the leg, get the reversal.
2 point reversal. Meadowdale 8-2.
8-2, not yet a major decision. Ivan needs to fight out of this. Hopefully get his What I mean by hips underneath him is you see how he's kind of sprawled out. His whole body's kind of laying flat on the mat. If he's able to bring his knees up to his waist, kind
15.
of build a base. He's got short time. You can't give him any points right here. Oh, and that's the match.
Yeah, Ivan Moulton,
113 goes to Jinho Lee from
second-year wrestler,
Meadowdale.
but solid performance. Definitely has a lot of things to work
Oh, was that
on.
113?
I believe so.
That was
The
113.
106 was the forfeit
Oh.
to Meadowdale. So now we have 3 matches left. Next up, Pedro Lopez and Alex Williams. Fun fact about Pedro Lopez. Last 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago, he actually dislocated his shoulder at a Bremerton tournament. Since then, he's been out. So this will be his first comeback match
This is his first comeback match.
for 3 weeks.
That's quite a statement towards his character, the fact that he was that injured and willing to come back like this late in the season, willing to put in the work and
like
still be a member of the team.
there might be a personal bias for me personally saying it, obviously, but as a senior last year and Pedro being a freshman, definitely might.
Score correction. Terrace 31, Meadowdale 23.
Definitely one of my favorite wrestlers on the mat, both on and off the mat. Never really.
120. For the Mavericks, Vitaly Nesterchuk. And for the Hawks, Pedro Lopez.
Never really seen a wrestler with that much heart and that much love for the sport. I believe his first match that I lost, he was just almost in tears because of just how passionate he is of the sport.
But going back to the injury, Tehran, you had a similar issue your senior year, didn't you? That you were injured?
Oh, yeah. That was a long story. Anyways, long story short, during my winter break, broke my thumb. Eventually came back
2
right
point
on senior
take
night,
down,
just like
Mavericks.
what Pedro's doing here, except I was a senior. But yeah.
Looks like Meadowdale's going for the cradle.
Pedro's fighting it.
Oh,
Oh, he took the
Going
head.
for the Peterson.
Oh,
I think
is
it's
he able?
Oh, nope, that's not where
he's
you
able to
want
get
it.
his hips.
looks like
There
the
you go.
there
He
you go.
locked up the head and arm right now. The other wrestler was tapping.
Nice. Oh, had the head, no arm, I guess.
That's from what the ref said.
He had the arm. But it was
What the ref saw.
what the ref saw.
That brings
was
us
an illegal hold.
to Meadowdale 5, Terrace 4.
I think part of it was that the other wrestler was tapping the mat, and that might have
Triggered some
Again.
sort of.
worried the ref. Meadowdale trying to hit a switch. Pedro seeing it and able to suck him back. Trying to run off the mat.
101 to go. Again, Meadowdale 5, Terrace 4.
Sorry, Pedro trying to suck him back to the mat. Don't want to give him the 1 or the
Back.
2. Nope. Not sure what that move was,
2
to be
point.
honest. I thought it was
Reversal
a Granby at
Meadowdale.
first, but it definitely wasn't.
Could have been a fat man's roll at a lightweight.
Ironic.
It was smart of Pedro to bail out. I don't know
Definitely.
if you
30
Coach Grant
seconds.
was telling him to bail
Meadowdale
out.
7,
Could have been caught on
Hawks
his
4.
back.
Also,
25 seconds.
short time in this round.
Stalwarting on Meadowdale.
4
Not
seconds.
making enough progress through the mat.
Ooh.
Oh,
At the
Saved
end
by
of the first
well.
that's
period,
always rough. In the last second, getting the reversal.
Meadowdale's
Could've been
Vitaly
a fatal
Nesterchuk
mistake right
leads
there.
7-4 over Pedro Lopez.
Green defers, giving it to Terrace.
Terrace
Terrace
chooses
chooses
bottom.
down.
You hear Grant saying, "Get mean."
Get mean, yeah. Trying to get Pedro to be more aggressive. There you go. He did a stand up right off the bat.
The same move he tried to do at the last second at the last round.
There you go, Pedro with the
1
escape.
point Terrace.
Another little rule: get your 1 before your 2, if you can.
7-5
Meaning try and get your escape point
Meadowdale.
before your takedown or reversal.
That was a good call on Pedro to go down right there because he was immediately able to hit the stand up, get his 1 point, and now he's back to wrestling. That's why several wrestlers choose the down position, is because it gives that opportunity to gain the extra point.
2 point Meadowdale.
9-5.
9-5.
Sorry, Pedro looks like he's down by 4 currently.
4 points.
It's becoming a closer match as the night progresses. It's 31-23.
1 minute.
8 points with these 3 matches left. It could really go any other way.
Which period? Is this the third?
30 seconds. 9-5 Meadowdale.
Looks like he was going for the suicide cradle there. A move I think Tehran knows all too well.
No,
from his
no,
brother.
My
Meadowdale
older
leading
brother.
9-5
Yeah, he
with
was
22
known
seconds
back
in the second.
Mountlake Terrace for that. Living and dying by it. It is not a very
It's a
safe
flashy move, but
Cost him at regionals,
districts.
districts.
Yeah.
oh, fighting the hands. It's going for the trip.
He's able to break those hands. See right
Nice
now.
fighting. Oh,
oh,
nice.
there you. Oh,
There's a reversal.
2 point.
Solid
one of the
reversal.
interesting
Reversal.
things that I've seen about Pedro
Out of bounds.
is occasionally he'll make some rookie mistakes and get
12
caught in
seconds.
bad positions. But he always
9-7
kind of
Meadowdale.
somehow lucks out in
I
the.
think it's more of his athleticism.
Yeah, maybe this athleticism.
Yeah,
that
Pedro
he just
Fernandez,
gets.
slick guy, quick.
Yeah, when he sees that his opponent's making a mistake, he just capitalizes it. You saw it in the first round when he trapped the guy on his back, and right there in the third round you saw it.
At the end of 2,
Oh, that was the end of the second round.
Vitaly Nesterchuk leads Pedro Lopez 9-7. 9-7 Meadowdale.
Pedro needs a takedown to tie the match.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if he came out with a pin. He's been getting in some pretty lucky positions.
But could go both ways.
Yeah,
he's been
it could go-
putting
go both ways.
himself on his back a few times as well.
Oh, oh,
2 point. Takedown Meadowdale.
it's the last period again.
11-7.
You just- 2 minutes of your life, you got to give everything you can.
There you go. He's going for the stand-up, trying to break those hands. Meadowdale's trying to trip him. Oh, and bring him down back to the mat. Pedro needs to get his knees back underneath him, build his base. He's been doing a really good job about getting his stand-ups.
One minute.
Looks like,
Oh,
oh,
he's hooked the
11-7
leg. Is he going to
Meadowdale.
be able to drive over, get the reversal?
Is he looking for a Peterson?
Oh, he's let go of the leg.
he's like going for, Meadowdale's
Pedro's
going for the
looking-
cradle.
Yeah.
Pedro's
looking
really
little
going to need a
tired.
fight with a minute left. Uh-oh. Looks like Looks like Meadowdale locked the hands.
Oh,
30 seconds.
Pedro breaks the. Needs to break the hands. He needs to fight off his back. It's a terrible decision. Position to be
That
in.
might be the
That
pin.
looks like a pin to me. That looks like. But Page just keeps on fighting till the very.
Mountlake Terrace really needs him to keep fighting right now. They can't afford a 6-point.
Swing.
Definitely. Oh, and he breaks the
Definitely
leg.
can.
He breaks through the leg.
3-point near fall.
Way to fight for Pedro.
Way to go, Pedro.
Is that
That
only
was a
gonna be
great
minor, I
match.
think?
Give these two gentlemen a nice round of
was the point
applause.
deficit on that?
Meadowdale's Vitaly Nesterchuk with the 14-7
So
decision
not even a
for
major.
Not even a
Meadowdale.
major.
Save the major.
So
Save the
only
major.
3-point lead.
That brings up to 31-26.
But a 5-point with 2 matches left. It's
could
anyone,
really go
it's
either
anyone's
way.
duel.
Yeah, it's up to
Current
this last
score?
match.
No, last
Terrace
two
31.
we actually have the
Meadowdale
last two.
last two
26.
matches. Jackson Moody against Meadowdale's Nathan Lee, and Terrace's Marco Marquez against
Terrace is really depending on their last two wrestles
Meadows.
to seal this
Ethan Gould.
wrestling match.
Checking in at 126 for the Mavericks, Nathan Lee.
Actually, if Jackson Moody gets a pin here,
No
Yeah,
matter
what-
what, it's
no
a,
matter-
it's
no
a-
matter
And for the
what, it would be
Hawks,
a win.
at 126, Jackson Moody.
let's see. Jackson Moody has a lot of heart. He really likes doing his cradles, if I remember correctly from last year.
Actually, I believe that even if he gets just a major decision, they'll automatically win.
4
'Cause
points.
4 points.
we'll get them 35. That's correct.
Yeah, 35.
Any win essentially.
Any win,
Any win. As long as Jackson Moody wins his match, Terrace
it's
is
an automatic win
Terrace
against
is-
Meadowdale.
2-point Terrace.
Jackson Moody being very vicious and aggressive up top.
That was one thing. I personally got to coach Jackson in middle
did
school.
you? Back in Barry Terrace Middle
At
School?
Barry Terrace
Okay.
Middle School.
What kind of wrestler was he like?
He was a middle school wrestler. He's a lot better than what he is now.
So what do you mean by a middle school wrestler?
He did a lot of make up your own moves.
Okay.
Let's see how well that goes. But under Grant Thompson, he became an actual
Fundamental
One
wrestling.
fundamental
minute.
wrestler, technical wrestler.
1-point escape. 2-1 Terrace.
I believe he also won districts as a middle schooler too.
Did he?
Oh, that's
Very
cool.
impressive. Let's see if he can own up to his middle school reputation.
30 seconds to go in the first.
Jackson started off being much more aggressive, started to come back a little bit, trying to probably conserve a little bit of energy against his opponent.
I think, again, like the heat of the moment, spotlight out there with the crowd, you definitely get a little ahead of yourself, which Jackson Moody actually capitalized and used to his advantage. Oh,
He's able to pressure. Oh, he's trying to crossface right now. Break. Oh, and there was no point.
no takedown.
At
That
the
was a
end
close
of
one.
one
Very close.
period.
Yeah.
Getting saved by the bell. Has been
Moody
helping both
2,
teams out.
Lee
Yeah, both
1.
teams have kind of been saved by the bell.
Two one in the second round.
The refs called a caution on red.
I don't know what for what.
Not
but
really sure what,
Possibly wrong positioning of the hand.
but where? Okay, Jackson Moody loading heavy on his head. Oh. Nice recovery by Jackson
Nice
Moody.
yeah.
Definitely was trying something slick there.
Going for that arm bar.
Meadowdale is doing a great job of keeping his hips underneath him.
Definitely.
It's making
Working
it very
something.
hard for Jackson to break him down. Coach Grant's telling Jackson to cut him, let him up.
Oh.
Oh,
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Jackson's doing a good job. Oh.
1 minute.
He's able to cross-face. Actually, there's been no change of
Position.
so
Nothing yet. So usually when you want to cut someone, you actually want to distance yourself away from them so
Yeah.
they don't.
Break
1 point escape.
break
Meadowdale.
contact
2-2.
Jackson could really use a takedown right now.
30 seconds.
There's only 30 seconds left on the clock.
Second period. So. I mean, if you're gonna let someone up, you're gonna definitely have to take him down, especially with short time.
Yeah, especially when you're tied up like this. 2-2 going into the third round.
Jackson will have choice in the
Sprawling
third
out
round.
right there, trying to pressure his head into the mat. If he's able to spin around, he has short time right now. He has to. There you go.
Oh,
Nothing
solid.
yet. Nothing yet.
Oh, nothing.
He has to
Oh.
keep
cir-
going around, pressuring on that head until he gets his
Oh!
two. Oh!
No two. No two.
No? Oh.
He did
We
not
will
get.
stay
solid
tied
Another
at the end
time
of
when
1.
Meadowdale has gotten saved by the bell. It's happened on both
Lead
sides,
2, Moody
but
2.
it's still frustrating.
Jackson doing a smart move, picking bottom, trying to
That's
get
right.
that one
Sorry,
escape to
at the
get
end
the
of
lead.
2.
Especially with them tied up.
It
That
is
was a great
2-2.
call.
By
going
Coach.
on. Yeah. I don't know. Did he defer in the second?
He's
He
deferred.
did defer. He deferred in the
defer.
second.
See, this is why.
The whole tactical advantage you were talking about earlier
Tactical
today.
advantage of when it's tied up and then.
But now it's up to Jackson trying to get that one escape.
There you go, and see. Now
Just
he's
1
like
at
that.
point escape. Terrace.
But
Yeah.
Meadowdale can still
3-2.
win the match.
I want to comment
Terrace.
early on the end of that second period, that kind of spinning around there. We used to do so many drills like that. I'm sure Teron, you remember too. And
Yeah.
Sean, just circling
Put
around the
a lot
head,
of
spinning
work
on the
in.
body, trying to work to get around.
Yeah.
Obviously,
do
it
whatever
clearly
it
paid
takes
off.
to get those takedowns.
Just
Definitely
again,
want to compliment Jackson Moody on the effort for that.
Never letting go. Constant aggression during that kind of scramble going on there.
Jackson Moody just has to win this match. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh,
Oh,
he's going for that crossface cradle.
he
he's
needs
got
to,
that. He's got the leg.
He needs to fight, get his leg out, and cover.
1 minute.
Probably a
Meadowdale's
stalemate
hips.
in about 3 seconds or so.
3-2 Hawks.
Well,
Oh,
Jackson's
oh,
getting
If he
some.
can get the
Oh,
right now, he should try to be cross-facing the guy.
Oh,
and he goes
good
for
job
a
pulling the
four-ankle,
ankle.
breaks him down.
Good
he
job
needs to
pulling the
still spin
ankle.
around. The guy has his leg.
I would just kick that leg back. There
Oh,
you
and
go.
there's the
The two.
two.
Nice
2
takedown by
point
Jackson.
Gave him the
takedown.
leg.
Terrace. 5-2.
I would definitely watch his hips.
30 seconds. 5-2.
30 seconds left, 5-2. Jackson Moody finishes the match. It's a victory for the Terrace Hawks, 7-4.
Jackson just needs to stay smart. Don't give up any.
Just wrestle
Anything
smart. Really, just.
Needs to
Oh,
be careful.
don't
The
want
guy's
to do
with the
that.
head.
Don't want to do
Needs to get
that.
his
There.
10 seconds.
It's okay. 2 points. Nothing.
2 points if he's reversal.
Oh, he could tie it up. Just got to be careful. We can't let him tie it
He's got
up.
short time. Can't
No,
give this up.
no.
Time's up.
They just won.
Mountlake Terrace.
Mountlake Terrace.
Terrace Hawks have secured their victory. They're currently
the victory.
7-4, tying their record from
But
last year.
I believe that's a 3-4. To
But knowing
26.
Grant Thompson, he doesn't want. He just wants the pin, win by a bigger deficit.
Yeah,
126 goes to Jackson Moody. 6-4.
Final match of the night. Michael Marquez, the final captain of the night as well. Transfer, ranked 7th in state. Let's just have a good match.
And our last match of the night. At 132.
It's always exciting to finish the match on one of your
Features.
best wrestlers. Knowing that he's ranked at state, we can expect a great show from Michael
Ethan Gold
Marquez right here.
for Meadowdale. And for the Hawks at 132, Michael Marquez.
Michael Marquez also seems to be wrestling a freshman at Meadowdale, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh,
Nice
and a
throw
pass by. Right off the bat, Michael is showing up tonight.
But it's good for the freshman, not knowing that your opponent's a ranked wrestler. He's still going after it, not being afraid.
Yeah, that was impressive. Snatch single,
Trying to go
running
straight for that.
immediately to the.
Is that a butcher? Oh, tried to. Oh,
He's going for
Butcher. Looks
Butcher,
like barbed
yep.
wire.
He just
Now
needs
he's
to
kind of
tighten
like a
up, getting his near
reverse
fall right
half.
now.
Yep. Reverse half. Now he's going for like a head and arm finish. He's really just got to squeeze, tilt back, and get on his heels. Is what he really needs to do.
Told you.
That is a miserable position to be in.
Definitely.
I have been there, and I have put
I think
people
we
there.
all been in there.
We have all been there.
For
That
minutes.
is tough for Meadowdale. He's fighting. He's doing a phenomenal job right now, trying to
And
do
he
everything
fought
he
Resets it
can.
for the near fall.
Yeah, there we go.
3
Good job.
point.
Very tired
Near
too.
fall.
Solid
I gotta
fight.
100% say that was a great fight for Meadowdale.
1
Way
minute.
to go. Michael appears to be trying to stack him.
Oh, there's a stack right there. Looks like the referee didn't give him any near fall for that.
He kind of just rolled through though.
Yeah. Oh,
20 seconds.
Another stack.
right
going
now, if
for
Michael
another-
was trying to suck him back,
Ten.
back into the mat. Oh, and there he goes. I don't think that he's going to get the pin here, but possible. Oh.
If he
fall.
says illegal. Ah,
That's
Oh,
what time.
Meadowdale is bleeding now.
Blood time, Meadowdale. Current score 8-0 Terrace.
solid performance overall for the final match. Overall, this duel has been kind of really just enjoyable to watch. Really makes me miss the mat. I've been doing a couple stuff at University of Washington, just trying to present jiu-jitsu actually.
I've been doing.
Chungban, you actually recommended that a while back.
I also just been pretty much coaching is not the same as
I can imagine.
so I'm not away from the mat at all, but
I remember visiting you last year and just kind of trying to help out, checking out the middle schoolers before my senior season.
Should come out to the UW wrestling practices with me sometime.
And we're going to have a brief
Currently,
intermission.
we stand at Marquez 8, Gould
Marquez
0.
chooses top. Very confident position.
But right now, all these wrestlers, pretty much, win or lose today, they're more just practicing, getting ready for districts.
Like I said, everything's practice till districts.
So
You know, your record can do so much, and your seeding can help so much. But I mean, it's really how you do at postseason that shows what kind of wrestler you really are.
Michael is just doing a really good job. Just
Complete control, dominance, making sure his enemy can't really, or opponent, not enemy.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
there's a stack.
sometimes
Oh, and there.
wrestling, I've considered some of my opponents my enemy.
Referee giving the 2-point near fall.
2 point. Hawks 10-0.
Oh, and there's the stack.
Mel did a good job just
Oh,
rolling through.
Good job.
Another near fall.
Let me go for this. So
2 point near fall, 1 point escape.
12-1
Marquez
so
12.
Looks like Marquez's opponent has been
Gould,
pretty
1.
fatigued. Not even into the
Oh, it
second.
goes for the
50
snap
seconds.
Nice single, nice dump.
Oh, he's
Straight to the back.
kept the arm.
Will he punch in the
Easy able
armbar?
2-point takedown Hawks.
Oh, he wasn't able to get the hook in.
He's just
Definitely trying to stack him. Rack up those points.
But I gotta commend
10 seconds.
Meadowdale for just fighting tough against a ranked wrestler,
Yeah, that's-
especially as a freshman.
As a freshman, going against a senior. Fun fact about Michael Marquez is he was actually one match away from making it to the state tournament in California.
And that's a
That's
tough play.
impressive.
Which
At the end of
undoubtedly-
2,
Undoubtedly one of the hardest.
Terrace's Michael Marquez
state tournaments to ever
leads
try and even get into.
Meadowdale's Ethan
So,
Gold.
Definitely
14-1.
shows in this match. This guy Meadowdale chooses neutral, probably most likely going for a throw or a move of desperation. to try and
Final
get the
period.
pin.
Yeah, no matter what, even if you're a freshman or a senior, you can always just, if it comes on the right day, you can always catch even those ranked wrestlers.
Anyone can lose. Anyone
It's
can
David
lose.
versus Goliath. Yeah, take down giants. I was told that by a coach who's no longer with us here at Mountlake Terrace.
I've been
Marquez with a
I've
nice
been in
deep
both
sprawl.
positions before.
Marco Marquez with a deep sprawl, keeping the leg, going for that
And the far
ankle
ankle
pick.
Far
pick.
ankle pick.
Straight to the near
Trying to
side.
put him on his back.
Straight to the near side, and that's a pin. That is textbook definition pin. Both shoulders
Oh.
down. Oh, left,
Shoulder
right
blade's
side's
not
popping up,
entirely-
but that's completely down.
Oh,
There
and
you
there's
go.
the pin. That is it for Mountlake
Terrace,
Terrace.
Terrace Wrestling has won.
Yep.
At the 129 mark of
40 to
the
26.
second
40
period.
to 26.
Mike
Terrace has secured a
Marquez
7-4 victory.
with the pin.
The best. Terrace has one more win.
Matched. One more
Match.
win, and Terrace will go down. It'll be the best winning
set their
record for
new
20 years.
Yeah.
Our final score tonight, Hawks 40, Meadowdale 26. Again, we want to thank Meadowdale for agreeing to do our first match on stage. And we appreciate the help of the Washington State Wrestling Officials Association for helping us make our mat safe tonight. And want to thank everybody who has followed Hawk Wrestling this year, as this is our last home match. And again, big thanks to HBN and the MTHS stage crew. Thank you all for coming. Have a great evening. Be safe.
Thank you for being with us here tonight with HBN Sports Network. I'm Teron Castleton.
I'm Genon.
And I'm Chung Bon.
Hope you guys enjoyed the match.
We are signing off.
Go Hawks.